morning, Early Edge. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to the show. Quick Saturday show for you guys today. We got some NBA to get through. We have some MLB to get through as well. Going to get you in and out of here. First, let's take a look back at yesterday. Golf, maybe not our friend, but you know what? Did pretty well in baseball, did pretty well in the NBA. So we're going to try to do just as well here today. So let's bring in the stars of the show. And I have just the squad for you guys today. I'm going to take care of the NBA. But we have our baseball guys here today, Snyder, Amags. How we doing, Snyder?
Very good. I went down and watched some AAA baseball last night, talked to the number one overall pick from last year, Mr. Paul Skeens. I was one step above him, and he was still taller than me, so that was humbling. But, hey, these players are all giants.
Yeah, got to pick your battles there. Amags, how we feeling about this MLB slate today?
Feeling good about the slate today. I appreciate everybody hanging in with me here while I've been sick over the last few days, but hopefully we're going to get a little better. And hey, what's better than some cash tickets to make you feel good?
That's what I'm saying. On a Saturday too, to pay for the drinks, I'm pumped up. Saturday shows get me excited. All right, well, let's get right into Amag's picks here. We're going to start with you. I know you got a few props for us today. What you got?
Yeah, so if you looked on the website already, you probably got this one, but I'm going to play Bailey over 15.5 outs here. Look, after the first really rough start that he had, those next two starts have actually been pretty good. I think the prospects of him getting into this sixth inning today are really solid. The second start that he had after that really bad first one, he only went 5 innings, but it was under 70 pitches. It was really kind of like you've pitched well after really sucking the first game, so let's kind of leave it here. And then, that game right after 6 innings against Detroit last time, he looked really good. So I think coming back here against Detroit, the prospects of him getting into that 6th inning are solid. We only need 1 out in the 6th inning. So I really think this number should be 16.5, not 15.5. It was 15.5 last time when he went 6 innings against Detroit. So I like that over 15.5 look. And then I'm going to take a hitter prop. Look, Trevor Williams has not been good against lefties there. Excuse me. And Kyle Tucker has actually been on a roll of late. Yesterday, I think he had 3 total bases, 2 hits. He was on base 4 times. I like what the Astros and Tucker can do here today against Williams. So I'm going to take Kyle Tucker over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, about minus 135. Try to get it now because I do think it may move up a little bit to like the minus 140, minus 145 range. But yeah, that lefty against Williams, I definitely like that. And hey, I got the Yankee hat on, so I'm sure many of you saw Juan Soto last night with that big 3-run homer in the 7th inning. He has been also getting hot, right? We've seen him hot all season, but now he's starting to put those home runs in right field. I think that if you want to play a little play on him today, I don't love what Zach Eflin has done against lefties in terms of betting against him because he's been pretty good, but Juan Soto is just a killer right now.
I like the little sprinkle of an extra play here. Love it. Love it. Man of the people here. And if you want to play all of these plays and these MLB player props, you can do it over at BetMGM. New BetMGM customers can sign up today and get up to $1,500 in bonus bets. Just place your first wager of at least $10 and you will receive up to $1,500 instantly if your bet loses with the bonus code EDGE. That is EDGE, EDGE. All right. Before we get back into it, we're going to sprinkle in some NBA and we're going to get back to the MLB. But first, let's hear a word from one of our partners.
2 big boys getting ready to play. Big being the operative word here. And here they come.
All right, I don't know if anyone's been following along with me on Twitter during my NBA playoff prop party, but we're about to get into the thick of the party as we make our way to June. We're doing pretty well so far. We're going to go back to a few props today. So I'm going to take us to the association for a little bit here. We're starting with my Philadelphia Sixers. We're going back to Kelly Oubre. We're just going with his points here over 12.5 points. This is something he's certainly capable of. Averages around 16 points on the road, averages almost 19 points against the Knicks specifically. I think we're getting a good buy low spot considering he's had just two barely unders his past 2 games. But other than that, he's averaging 18 points on the month. So again, buy low value here. He had a slow start against Miami and a lot of fouls early. So I think that's why we didn't see him go over this number in his last game. But honestly, I love that spot. I love the comeback spot for him here. The model, SportsLine model, my team over there makes this number 15.8. So I think this is a good spot, a good price for a buy low spot for our boy Kelly Oubre. Then we're going to go to the earlier game here. We're going to Evan Mobley over 13.5 points. This is, again, something he is certainly capable of. Another buy low spot for him. He's been hitting these unders. He's 3-2 to the under his past 5 games. But before that, 6-1 to the over here. So I like that spot. The model, again, makes this line 17. I would even play this up to 14.5. You can get it closer to even money if you're feeling better about that. But sometimes what we like to do over with the coding squad is look at positions around the same, who average around the same amount of points, how they play against a specific team. So power forwards averaging around 13 to 17 points, like Evan Mobley is. They average 17 points at home versus Orlando. So showing some weaknesses there for Orlando. Average around 20 points, 4-1 to this over. So love that for him. Again, another good buy low spot. I think this is another number I'd play up even more. We make this number 17. So a lot of value there. All right. That's just our little NBA break. Any other questions, I'm happy to answer in the chat as well. But before we get back to the MLB, let's hear another word from one of our sponsors.
Wake up to football highlights and news from around the world with the one and only Morning Footy team.
Rise and shine, football fans. Welcome to Morning Footy.
Start your all-day football craze with Morning Footy, part of the all-new Golazo Network.
All right, Snyder, time to bring us back home with the MLB. I know we got plenty more to talk about. And I'm liking the look of your plays today, personally.
I bet you are. I'm going to go with the Phillies Fest today because Fade the White Sox Fest doesn't have quite the same ring, but that's basically what we're doing. Now, major props to the Phillies because they are starting to lock things in and look really good right now, but this is all about the White Sox. They're 3-16 with a negative 61 run differential. That's awfully tough to do in 19 games, negative 61 run differential. They're averaging 2 runs a game, literally 2.00 runs per game right now. We've gotten to the point where most of the time team totals are 4.5. We'll see some of the higher scoring teams, such as the Braves, get up into the 5.5s. We'll see some of the lower scoring teams get down to 3.5. Today it's 2.5. That's the state of the White Sox right now. That's how bad they are. You can fade them any which way you want. And I think you're probably going to be in good shape because the pitching matchup, Zach Wheeler, by the way, the Phillies haven't won a game that he's started yet. So they're due there. Michael Soraka is on the hill for the White Sox. He's broken. Flood the zone with plays here. I'm going to go with the Phillies on the run line because they're definitely going to win this thing by multiple runs. I look 7-0 last night, probably similar today. Again, you've got Zach Wheeler against the lineup basically of AAA players and Soraka against the Phillies lineup, which is just mashing right now. So this one shouldn't be close at all. I also, again, you can look at a lot of different player props. Trey Turner is very hot right now. Alec Boehm hit 2 home runs last night. Looks really locked in. I like Bryce Harper. Bryce has had a lot of good swings this week. A lot of his outs have been really loud. He's got the whole hitting it hard to opposite field thing going on, as we've seen many times in the playoffs when he hits those home runs to left field in Citizens Bank Park. Over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. I know it's juicy at -150, but I don't think this is going to be difficult to get to at all. He's in that cushy lineup spot in the 3-hole. He'll get guys on in front of him there to drive in. He has guys behind him, such as Boehm last night, driving him home twice. This one shouldn't be difficult to get to, but again, it's almost any which way you go on the Phillies. Look, Soraka in 19 1/3 innings so far this year. He's walked more guys than he's struck out. He's given up 4 home runs. Bryce is 3 for 7 against Soraka in his career. Last 4 overall for Bryce Harper, 5 for 13 with a double and a home run. And again, all those loud outs. But anybody on the Phillies lineup, I'm probably going to be good with, and any Wheeler props you want. The only problem is so much of the stuff is juicy. But again, I think we're going to get home here easily because this is, again, a Phillies fest.
Let's go. The Phillies Fest. The Sixers play today in New York. Sorry, Amags. I'm feeling pretty good about that one as well, though. I think this is a good spot for me. I kind of laid off the MLB betting market, but I think I need to wease my way back in here. And maybe Bryce Harper is the way to do that here. Before we get out of here, I know I mentioned answering questions in the chat, which reminded me, if those who don't know, I host Inside the Lines at 5 p.m. on the same channel during the week, answering questions about the MLB, NBA, giving out some model value picks with the Coding Kids, SportsLine simulation crew. So if anyone ever has questions, feel free to hop into that show as well at 5 p.m. All right. Any lasting words here from anyone? Let's hear it, Amags.
Yeah, real quick. So on that play with Sniper, if you want something else that's maybe a little bit juicy, look, Zach Wheeler's 0-3 And I think that this is the day he gets that win, minus 148 on Caesars right now to get that win. That's the best I could find real quick. So I think I'm going to play that.
I glanced this morning and I saw like minus 165 and minus 170. So that's great to get under 150 there. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Well, that's all we got for today. We'll hit the recap screen here. Looking at Saturday picks, Amags on Bailey over 15.5 outs here. Kyle Tucker over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I'm taking it to the association with Kelly Oubre over 12.5 points and Evan Mobley over 13.5 points. Snyder with the Phillies Fest. Phillies run line minus 1.5. Bryce Harper over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So that'll do it from the crew today. Some association, some MLB. We got a lot going on today. Let's cash some tickets with the crew. Good luck with your guys' bets, and we will see you guys Monday.